So we almost didn't get out of the bed this morning because
it's so cold.
We asked Alexa what the temperature was, and she said
57 degrees.
We were digging for coats. We couldn't find any.
I'm wearing a sweater.
And we're still freezing. Things were icy at church today. We saw fur coats. We
Scarves.
saw puffer jackets.
Scarves.
We saw the worship band in North Face.
Mittens.
We saw a lady in the front row wearing mittens trying to take notes on the sermon. I wished I had some mittens.
It's hard to take notes in mittens.
It really is. And now we're in the drive-thru because it's too cold to get out of the car and go into Starbucks. We would freeze on the way.
That's right.
It's only a high of 71 today. How will we survive?
Well, I think the lows are the thing to take into account. We're in the dead of winter.
Yes.
And so it's going to last for 4 days.
Oof,
where we'll have lows in the 60s.
Bitter days.
And after that, it'll go back to where the lows are in the 70s. And that'll be in 4 days. So by Thursday, we'll have made it through winter.
Out of the woods.
We might make it. But I mean, we're just getting started, so it's going to be rough for a few days.
Dig yourself in.
That's right. Get out those electric blankets.
Turn your heaters on. They'll have those weird musty smells. It smells like something died in your vent and then is burning to a crisp and emitting the smoke into your condo.
Turn on your heaters. I've actually got the car heater running right now.
Is it good volleyball weather?
It was great volleyball weather.
Who else made an appearance at your volleyball party?
There was an entire Latin American birthday party.
There was about 100 people there.
Yep.
2 miniature ponies. And a special entertainment performance by
a T-Rex.
We almost pegged him in the head with a volleyball by accident.
It was one of those inflatable kind that's
with the jiggly heads.
The jiggly heads, yeah.
I think we should always have T-Rexes at volleyball.
I think maybe we should try playing volleyball in the T-Rex costume.
Yes, great idea.
It'll be a new Olympic sport. There'll be beach volleyball, indoor volleyball, and T-Rex volleyball. Your motions are inhibited because you can only move from your elbows down, so serving becomes much more difficult.
How would you do that?
Receiving, setting, and spiking.
I really think we need to see where we can rent those costumes.
Yes.
We'll have our cozy drinks in just a minute if this Range Rover will ever get out of our way.
Range Rovers.
Cars that are really popular in Florida. Range Rovers and then Jeeps. Very strangely.
There's no terrain that requires said vehicles.
But they're always like slightly mud spattered, as if they were just recently off-roading.
I think they've got like a wealthy person expensive car mud splatter zone where you can like pretend that you were off-roading, but it's really just like a nice even muddy spot.
And then the occasional Subaru. And you're like, what are you doing here? You're the car of the Northwest.
The smoky paw.
Dramatic much?
The hands you use while smoking a cigar.
There's like smoke fluttering through the VW bug.
Smoke.
Another Florida trope, perhaps? Sometimes I do have dreams that... nightmares, let me rephrase.
Smoking.
That suddenly we're smokers. And we're like outside with an ashtray between us smoking. And then I think, how did this happen? Like, we know that smoking causes lung cancer. We know better than that.
It calms the nerves.
But there I am, feeling so natural as I'm smoking a cigarette. There Liam is, smoking a cigarette in my dream.
Smoker.
And I look at him like, is this really the life we want to lead? Speaking of smoky.
Is that supposed to be a prompt for me?
Speaking of smoky.
We had a runaway smoke machine at church this morning.
Yes, we did.
The pastor was starting his message, and from the side there's just like this
billowing
cloud of smoke, and it just kept going. And
I've never seen such an effective smoke machine.
And
it was really pumping it out.
I like kind of glanced back at the guys in the booth. I'm like, you guys want to shut that off? But of course they can't see me.
Eventually during prayer someone got back there and pulled the plug.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they have their Christmas mugs out.
Oh, look at that. It says Merry Coffee. We
do feel cozy because they decorated our condo complex for Christmas. You'll see it out the window in just a second. Oh, look at that. Some nice wreaths. Followed by a glimpse of our Florida Christmas tree.
The palm tree.
That's right. Nothing more festive than a nice evergreen palm tree.
Evergreen palms.
We made it. We battled the cold all the way back to our house. Are we going to make it from here to the door?
With these warm drinks, we might. We'll have to warm up when we get inside.
Merry coffee.